Sorry, I couldn't quite help myself. A friend of mine made a couple of comments about my shorts the other day, so I figured I might as well bring it full circle. Anyways, documentation. Once you have the ability to have your application expose metadata, you no longer need to write documentation. Some people might at this point ask, what is metadata? Well, metadata is data about data. It's information about information. When you're writing your apps, you're constantly writing metadata without even realizing it. For instance, if you create a class, then the name of that class is metadata. If the class is named person, then obviously it's got something to do with people. If the class name is vehicle, then obviously it might be related to cars and boats and motorcycles. And if you have a method inside of that class whose name is drive or eat, then if you can extract the name of the method, then you know things about that method, what it potentially can do. And all modern application platforms has the ability to extract metadata. A great example of that is .NET, the CLR, which has the ability to use reflection to traverse your types and whatever methods your types are exposing. In Magic and Hyperland, I brought this to an extreme level, where I can even semantically, very rapidly and very easily traverse not only method signatures and file names and stuff such as that, but also in fact extract comments. That allows me to just click a button and the system understands itself. The system knows its own capabilities. By coupling this with AI, LLMs and GPTs, I am capable of creating systems that are completely self-documenting. Let me show you with an example what I mean. In one of my previous YouTube videos or videos, I created a database, SQL Studio here. You can see it here, CRM. And this is its database. And then, of course, I took this database and I automatically generated CRUD HTTP endpoints using the endpoint generator here, which made me end up with this code here, HyperIDE modules CRM, and these files. It produced like some 2,000 lines of code or something, and then I manually wrote one single Hyperlambda file that basically just sends an email. If you look at this code, if we look at, for instance, employees.get.hl, you will see that it contains a lot of metadata through its comments. For instance, read or list records from your employees table in your CRM database with paging, sorting, filtering, selecting, returning employee ID, name, position, salary, etc., etc. And then every single individual column also has a comment. Now, if we go into my machine learning type here, and we choose training data, and we find a type whose name is CRM, and we look at the equivalent RAG training data snippet, you will see that basically this is the comment, right? And then there is some additional information here, and then it is traversing dynamically all the arguments this particular function can handle. And then further down here, it even adds the comment for individual arguments and extracts these 100% automatically to generate a RAG, retrieval augmented generative training snippet. Such that when I go here on training data and I search for list all customers, then it's not going to find anything. But if I turn on VSS search, then it's going to find this training snippet here. Resulting in that when I, in my front end, log in and I use the CRM guy here, and I ask my LLM I want to list all customers. Then it will automatically match towards this particular training snippet. OpenAI will return a JSON back to the Magic Cloud middleware, which then again will execute that JSON towards a specific function, and then pass on the result of that execution back to OpenAI, which then again will transform it into this result. So this was generated from the return value of my function invocation. Now, if I want to document everything my system does, absolutely everything, all I need to do is to go into here, into types, choose my CRM type, click configure here, and then further down here, search for a function instructions. Create a filtered result. Let's see if I can search the web, scrape URL, execute query, create a new training snippet, create a new training snippet for URL, list all functions. Here is the part that I want to add one line of text for. If the user asks you, what can you do, or what features do you have, or something similar, then invoke this function and answer the user's question. And I'm done documenting my entire system. So this system, if we go in here, we have a look at it, CRM, it has 28 functions, 28. And I documented every single function with the text I just added as a system instruction to it. If I ask it, what can you do? And here we go. Send marketing email, update customer record, update product record, delete product record, etc. Read or list customer records, read or list employee records. Can you update employee records? Yes, I can update employee records in the CRM database. To do this, I need the following information: employee ID, name, position, and salary. What fields do you need to create a customer? I don't need documentation. Documentation is obsolete. The thing is self-documenting. And this capability I have of extracting metadata, data about data, information about information, allows me to deliver AI apps based upon natural language that are 100% self-documenting. So I don't need to document my software anymore. All I need to do is to make sure that whenever I manually add code to a module, that I create some sort of like intelligent comment that accurately describes that particular